please don't get triggered by the title. I can already see finance gurus doing their disgusted, disappointed head shakes and deadpanning to the camera. Fine, I am part of the overconsumption problem, okay? But here's the deal. I recently accepted a new role at work that will, in essence, change what my day-to-day looks like at work. Basically, I am a professor that's about to do a lot less professing, a lot less researching and teaching, and a lot more administering, which means a lot more time in the office. My new office, to be more precise. So read between the lines, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna go shopping. I wanna share with you the things I'm looking to add to help make my work life and office space a little more luxurious while still remaining low-key. Okay, semi-low-key. Like, I'm not adding no Hermes throw blanket and pillow set or anything like that. Or am I? Let's find out, shall we? Welcome back to A Briefcase of Luxury, where we love to chat about all things related to life, learning, and luxury. While I have no intentions of quitting my day job as a business professor, I would love to continue to grow this channel, so thank you for being here today. Now, obviously on this channel, we talk about all things frivolous all the time, so I hope it needs no explanation that what you see here is a very one-sided, very limited view of my life. So let's be real for just a moment and we can go back to talking about the frivolous things, okay? Because it's really just that, frivolous. Non-essentials and non-necessities. Like the pretty stuff we like to fuss and fawn over, it's all just for a bit of fun, although we do like to be dramatic from time to time, like when we get offered bags at Hermes, or when we are able to score those rare pre-loved finds. Like, yes, it's fun. Yes, it makes me happy as material things can make a person, which any happiness derived here is limited and transient at best. Yes, it's an expensive hobby, if you can even call admiring handbags a hobby, but at best, that's what this all is. Like, my life does not revolve around handbags or shopping, and my life does not revolve around this channel either. Like, I have no aspirations to be a content creator. I have no aspirations to take you to work with me or on vacation, no offense. That's why my luxury shopping footage is typically far and few in between, and I'm always pretty coy about where I'm traveling to and from. This is just something I enjoy doing on the weekends if and when I have time to spare and if and when I feel like I have something worth sharing. It's not to make money, it's not to gain fame, it's to sweat over the petty things with other like-minded people who also enjoy this little bit of frivolity. So I am grateful to those of you who have subscribed or have watched my videos, and I do apologize for my lack of interaction in the comments as of late, but we are just doing the best we can with the time we have available. But I am grateful nonetheless because I have definitely learned a lot from you all as well. I guess what I'm trying to say is sometimes I wonder if I should be embarrassed about having a luxury YouTube channel like this, given the type of work I do. I often wonder if others feel that way as well. Like when I see YouTubers or influencers who, let's say, have terminal degrees and are working in their respective industries as doctors or lawyers, and whether their love for luxury feels like a dirty little secret from time to time. I mean, I guess it's not so much a secret if they're posting about it, but you know what I mean. I've made plenty of videos in the past about wearing luxury at work and its pros and cons, because sure, on one hand, we can talk about whether certain designer bags actually make for practical work bags, but I think more importantly, regardless of how practical or impractical a designer bag is for work, you can't ignore the signals it may send and how there can be real consequences and outcomes related to such signals. Consequences that could affect the trajectory of your career, for better in some cases or for worse in others. At best, you can hope for is a net neutral. By the way, I originally wanted to start a channel about business and finance and world events, but honestly, sitting down and just talking about my handbags was a lot easier and more fun to do on the weekends. Plus, I already make business-related videos for my classes, so having to do more on the weekend just felt like more work. All that to say, I take my work very seriously. I enjoy what I do. I like to think I'm decent at what I do. And while I don't make my work my whole identity, I won't deny that it's a huge part of it. And while luxury has never gotten in the way of my work, like I'm not even sure what that means, but I feel like that could be an assumption others make. Oh my gosh, girl, just get to the point. Okay, so here's the deal. I used to be extremely comfortable wearing my flashier designer bags to work, but let's just say for now, as I am transitioning into my new role, I am going to dial it back a bit just until I'm comfortable again, if and when that ever happens. But thankfully, I do have an amazing lineup of beautiful work bags to choose from. And just because I want them to be less flashy does not mean I have to compromise on luxury, you know? Like, for example, I've talked about Oleada plenty of times in the past because they are an amazing example of a company that caters to working women and their life needs, whatever life throws at them. I have and still love their Captain briefcase and the fact that you can morph it into a crossbody bag or a clutch for when you don't need your laptop. Like, that's just such a cool concept. I also have and still love their Marina carry-all, which I use on days when I go to the gym before going into work because it's roomy enough for all of my work essentials, plus my little changing bag with my work clothes and shoes, right? Like, these bags are just a glimpse into how Oleada makes the little moments in life more luxurious. By the way, they are currently running their summer sale, so be sure to check them out. But like I said, I am doing pretty good with my low-key work bag situation. I do, however, have a new office accessory that I received from Oleada that I am so excited to share with you today. Also, I apologize for not doing a true unboxing, but again, I'm sorry but not sorry at the same time, just because I wanted to start using her right away. Here's what the dust bag looks like. And everyone, this is Oleada's Coast Sleeve Sweet Plus in the color Mixed Oat, which is this combo of a waterproof coated jacquard canvas and vegan leather. Which, just FYI, most of Oleada's bags use actual leather, and really good leather at that, but they do have a number of small accessories made with vegan leather. Here, I think the vegan leather helps to give the sleeve some stiffness, considering it also doubles up as a workspace, which I'll show you here in a second. Now, technically, this is an oldie but a goodie. It's not a new release from Oleada. It's been around for a while, and I've known about this for some time. It's a concept that I've always appreciated, but honestly, it just wasn't something I needed for work in the past. However, like I mentioned, my day-to-day work life has changed drastically, and now I am constantly popping in and out of meetings throughout the day, and lugging my full work bag to a 30-minute meeting in the same building just feels like overkill. So this is a great example of how you should let your life dictate what products work best for you and when. So if your workday consists of multiple pop in and out meetings where you don't need the full contents of your work bag proper, you definitely need to consider something like this. This is something I'm just going to be leaving at my office at work, so I always have it on hand. Let me go ahead and pop off the clutch so I can go ahead and show you what the sleeve consists of. Tell me this is not the chicest laptop case you have ever seen. Sure, there are designer laptop sleeves out there, but I have yet to find one with this level of bells and whistles. So starting with the case itself, the padded interior fits up to a 16-inch laptop. There's also a little pen or stylus holder in here, absolutely genius. If you flip her around to the back, this pops up. So now you have a pop-up laptop stand, again, genius. And last but not least, we have a removable clutch, perfect as a catch-all for all of your loose items. And they attach to the back through these little D-rings. For me, there's plenty of room in here for my wallet, my phone, my office keys. And by the way, you can actually add a chain and voila, you have a perfect midday coffee break wallet on chain type situation. Oh, and I guess you could also add straps to the sleeve itself if you absolutely need to be hands-free. But I think there's just something so chic about just wearing this as a laptop sleeve or clutch. And I still have an extra hand for a cup of coffee. So I love it. I think it's going to be a great complement to my new work lifestyle. Again, Oleada is currently running their summer sale, so definitely be sure to check them out. Obviously, they have more than just work bags. They also have an amazing lineup of transitional bags that can work for multiple occasions, like their new Marina fold-over bag, another genius concept. It's like if my Marina and Captain briefcase had a baby. So I am so grateful to Oleada for working with me once again. again, and I will have more of their information linked down below. So now that we have a fancy little laptop sleeve to help make those meetings feel more luxurious, I also wanted to share with you some of the bits and bobs I've already acquired for my office and what I am still looking to add. So to start with what I've already added, I figured I could still be a little bougie with the little things I keep at my desk, right? So we have an Hermes chapstick, a Dior hand cream, and I also picked up this little Gucci compact mirror, you know, for those midday face checks. And I have left some of my perfume samples up in my office as well. Now, in terms of what I would like to add, I'm just gonna run through my list. First, we have the Cartier Panthère ballpoint pen. Tried it, loved it. I do think it's bizarre that it only comes in blue ink, but I still love it. Second is an agenda / notebook of sorts. I'm currently leaning towards Goyard only because I can't bring myself to buy an actual Goyard bag. So this may be my only chance to explore the brand a little better. I would also like an office tray, a desk tray of some sort to keep my little trinkets together. I'm trying to decide which material would be best. We could either do a leather tray or something more traditional like in porcelain. Obviously Hermes has a bunch I like, but Dior does as well, right? And in either case, I'm more than happy to go the pre-loved route, especially if it's Hermes, because let's be honest, Birkin bait, right? Like you can find these for amazing deals pre-loved. I'm also on the market for some coasters and a new office mug, hopefully to match. So you can see how all of these items together can easily still turn loud, and not everything needs to be monogrammed or recognizable. So I just need to be careful as I start putting the pieces of my new office together. But now that I am thinking about it, a throw of some sort may not be the worst idea since I do get cold quite easily. Oh, and maybe a diffuser. That would be nice too, since it's not like I can light candles or anything. Diptyque has a really beautiful hourglass diffuser, for instance, but if you have other suggestions or ideas for what office accessories I need to consider to help make my workplace feel a little more luxurious, please let me know down in the comments below. Anyways, thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this video, and if you enjoyed your time here, then please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I can't wait to see you next time.